Majida's days start very early, and they are exhausting.
Some children, when they wake up, they just jump out of their beds, wash their faces, get dressed, take their bags and go. I need an hour to properly put on my leg, and if it doesn't work, I need to ask my mom for help.
In 2013, the family fled Syria for Turkey. Majida was 5 years old at the time, and her brother Ibrahim only 2. She still remembers the escape from Aleppo very clearly, and the day of the attack.
We were in a pickup truck with 10 other people when it happened. Just after we got on the truck, a plane fired on us. Suddenly everything was burning, and everything was black around us.
When I regained consciousness, I saw my daughter and her leg was gone. My son was on fire, and he had open wounds on both of his legs. There were dead bodies and burned people everywhere. These images still haunt me. It was like hell had opened up.
When we left the hospital, there were many covered dead bodies outside. One body was uncovered. My sister closed her eyes and she didn't see it, but I saw that body and I wish I hadn't looked, because I cannot forget it.
The neighborhood where Majida's family lives has changed drastically in the past years. Gaziantep was once famous for its traders and markets, but now it's known for its refugees. The city has taken in 500,000 Syrians, but living together is not as harmonious as it looks at first glance.
When they realize I'm Syrian, they charge me more. They doubled my rent from 200 to 400 lira, and I even have to pay more for water and electricity than my neighbors do, because I supposedly use more.
We want them to go back now. We've been feeding them for 5-6 years. That's enough.
There were a lot of problems in the beginning, but now everything is fine. The majority of Syrians have integrated. They've even boosted the economy.
Looks good, and it's healed well. Does that hurt?
Yes, here a little.
Majida needs to go to the clinic every couple of months. The checkup is uncomfortable for her. But the scar on her leg doesn't bother her anymore, and that's very important. Majida has more fun exercising. She has made such progress that her prosthetic leg is hardly noticeable. Only climbing stairs still proves difficult. For her physiotherapist, it's important that she keeps her head up. She shouldn't think of her leg at all.
We want our patients to feel comfortable with the prosthesis, so they can do everything in their daily lives without limitations. That includes walking on different types of floors and surfaces such as sand and gravel, as well as steep slopes and stairs. We train all of that. Majida is brave and she has a strong will. That's why she learns so quickly and made such great progress.
I'm happy that I have this leg now. At first I wanted to even leave it on at night, but my mom wouldn't let me do that.
On the way back home, there's time for play on the playground. Majida loves it here, but many of the other children avoid her, she says, because of her prosthetic leg.
When the other kids at school didn't know about my situation, they were nice. But when they learned about my leg, they treated me differently. They wouldn't play with me anymore. That's why I prefer it when no one at school knows about my leg. Grown-ups have also reacted strangely. My teacher, for example, acted normally at first, Since she's seen my prosthetic leg, she's treated me extra carefully. When I forgot that the leg is there, she reminded me.
For dinner, Majida's father is there as well. She doesn't see him very often. He's working a lot, trying to put food on the table. Then it's time for the children to go to bed. Majida puts her prosthetic leg away for the night. And Ibrahim crawls into her bed. He loves it when his sister reads him a story as he falls asleep. It's about a boy named Tariq, a 6-year-old superhero from Aleppo. But it could just as well be about Majida.